Well, first in the first part of this video, we didn't have the video on, so Tammy just said...
We've been talking for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, we've been talking to ourselves for about 5 minutes.
So old people for you.
Yeah, that's right, that's right. Well, Tammy, you ready to give people free advice?
Sure.
Okay. So you get what you pay for, folks.
Yeah, I'll be blunt. If it's going to be free, I'm going to be very blunt.
Well, if it wasn't free, we try to be honest and straightforward, always, right?
Yeah.
All right, so let's start this again. So let's see. We've had a trial run now.
Video's on, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, focus or fold. My possibly pregnant friend, she has kennel cough. What should I do? I don't want to give her antibiotics. So, look, the first thing is, let's find out whether she is in fact pregnant. At day 30 or onwards, you can do a pregnancy test, either an ultrasound or you can buy our blood test kit at My Breeder Supply. And by the way, you get 10% off this month if you use the coupon for fireworks. But find out whether she's pregnant, because that's going to change what you're going to do. So, you know, I think it's probably too late to do vaccinations, but certainly you don't want to vaccinate a pregnant dog. Giving antibiotics to a dog that's getting some problems would not worry me in the least bit. But I think first off, find out she's pregnant, and then you're going to have to go to your vet anyway, because you're not going to get antibiotics yourself. And talk to your vet about this, and then you can say, look, my dog is pregnant, blah, blah, blah. My dog isn't pregnant, what do we do? House Helpley says, just a suggestion, we're talking about cherry eye. I did a video on massaging the cherry eye back in, which is the first step towards fixing it. If you can't fix it, then you have to have it snipped, which is really pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
But she made the comment, keep eye drops on hand to lubricate the eye before massaging it back in place. And also a warm washcloth over the eye while you massage helps. Great advice, love it. So very good. Thank you, House Helpley. I think that's a good advice. And I think you can just go to, you know, Walmart and go get some lubricate. You can get eye lubrication drops. I think that's probably just absolutely...
Visine or...
Well, I'm not sure about Visine because it's not a lubrication. I would get something that is specifically designed as a lubrication.
Yeah, if you can get it in. If you can, it's not a major surgery at all. It's a quick and fast snip.
Yes.
There at the vet's office, and it's...
There are some complications occasionally if you snip where they get dry eye. So I'd rather that you try to fix it yourself first. But if you can't fix it, I would say that maybe 30% of the time it's fixable massage. And the other, especially if it's really pooched out, we're talking basically in the corner of an eye that you get this large red cherry looking thing, which is basically part of this inner membrane that's pooched out. Okay. Bougie and Adonis, thank you guys for answering my calls. I love you guys. My wife wants to be like you and your wife. Not me. She's got to have a sex change. You may not like that, Adonis. But like Tammy, yes, absolutely. Tammy's a sweetheart. I'm a grumpy old man.
Only when I'm asleep.
You don't want to be, yes. You don't want to wake up with a grumpy old man next to you. Especially if you're a man yourself. That's not good. Susan Quinn is about to have her first litter. Oh, she's saying she watched our videos and thank you for answering things in a simple and explainable form. You're welcome. Carmen Marley, this is where we got to, and she said the phone was not recording.
Yeah.
It's recording this time. Anyone have their dog crying during needle? We're talking about a hematoma, where you've got this swollen ear which has got a lot of blood in it, and you need to drain it before you tape it back down to a round cardboard tube or barrel of a dry eraser pen. So she's saying that her dog is crying, it's breaking her heart, I can't go through it.
Well, it's because the ear is sore. Yep. Because there's pressure buildup in there, and it's sore. And your dog is just like a small child. If they figure out that they can get you to stop doing something by going, they're going to do it. So get it done. And I promise you, the dog will feel so much better.
I mean, you know, as an older person, you get a boil or something like that, and it just irritates the crap out of you. And to touch it, it gets worse, and it's more inflamed. And you're waiting for that thing to erupt and get out of there, and finally you get to the point it's like, screw it, I'm putting a needle in the damn thing and I'm draining it myself. Your dog will be so much happier when you've got this thing drained.
Yeah, because the pressure's off the ear.
That's right.
It won't hurt as bad.
It won't hurt at all. 20 gauge needle's fine. take some alcohol and wipe down the area you're going to stick it. And I try to find out where the lowest part of the bulge of the blood area is, and put a needle obliquely into that bottom area of that, and then just gently squeeze and get all that muck out, and then wrap it up so that if you don't, it'll just form back up with blood. You've got to wrap it up against something to stop that from happening. But if you're not uncomfortable doing this, guess what? You go to the vet, and you do the same thing and charge you $1,500. But I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't go to the vet. I mean, just get it done.
Is that what they really would charge for that?
What do you think of vet visitors these days?
I don't know.
I don't think you're getting out of a vet for less than $75 before they're just going to look at your dog for $75. And in a place like California, it might be two, 3 times that amount. I would guess that the price to get this done is a country vet here in Oklahoma. The low end's $50, and to get it done in California might be $500. I mean, it might be that much. And look, you could do this yourself in seconds. And I mean, the vet may not even know to wrap it up properly. I can tell you that. I know this because I've been there. Anyway, but there we go. Brooklyn Gray. I have a week-old puppy who is losing, I guess, weight, regardless of what I do. Incubator, sub-Q fluids, syringe feeding. Just doesn't nurse on this own. What can I do? Well, I know what to do. What do we do, Tammy?
Tube feed.
Yes, exactly. You've got
to get food to that puppy.
If you don't get food and it's not gaining weight, the puppy will go downhill and he'll lose the puppy.
Goat's milk, goat's milk, goat's milk.
Yep, goat's milk.
Goat's milk.
Whatever it weighs in ounces, you feed in mils every 3 hours. So a 10-ounce puppy gets 10 mils every 3 hours.
And if you don't have a feeding tube, we've got it in our puppy care kit on My Breeder Supply.
We sell just a feeding kit on My Breeder Supply.
My Breeder Supply, www.mybreeder, BREDDER supply, SUPPLY.com.
Right, just like it sounds. Right. So the problem here is you'll find is that most vets don't have feeding tubes. You need a number 8, or number 7, or number 8 French tube. That's nothing to do with Frenchies, by the way. It's just how they measure these things. It's a very small, skinny tube. It's very easy to do. You can tube feed a puppy in a couple of minutes or less. It's very, very easy. It's very, very safe, and it's the way to get it done. The other thing that you don't have here that you might want if this puppy really gets in trouble is a portable oxygen or an oxygen machine, and we sell those too on My Breeder Supply. So let's see, there's some replies here. Let's see what the replies say. That's you. Also, I was watching your videos and you mentioned a new whelping system. Yeah, our whelping system is not new. We've had it for years and years and years, and we've got thousands of people using it. Again, it's on My Breeder Supply. Order that this month, which you've got another 7 days. You get 10% off. Use the coupon code Fireworks. Next one. Jesus loves you. Jesus died to save you. Jesus saved, heals and frees. Okay, well, I'm glad he's looking out for me, because we're looking out for our customers. Tammy's gonna like this one. Karen Weirin. I saw a hairless Frenchie puppy on Facebook, one of the ugliest puppies I've ever seen, and I love French Bulldogs. Why on the earth would someone do that? I don't understand. Tammy, you're up.
It's just like the hairless cats. I think it's everybody's eye appeal. You know, my eye appeal tells me I don't like it either, but that doesn't mean everybody doesn't like it. But I'm not a fan of it. But I mean, there's other people that love them to death, so go with the flow.
I mean, here's the deal. You're going to spend a lot of money for a hairless Frenchie, so be prepared for that. And
what I don't get is when they say fluffy carrier hairless puppy. I kind of went, so I need to hear feedback on that. I mean, why would you buy a hairless puppy that's a fluffy carrier? I'm not getting it. So somebody chime in and let us know what that is, and we'll go from there. Yes. But, you know, like I said, there's people that think they're beautiful, so it's to each other's eye appeal.
Thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate people who subscribe to me. It helps me, encourage me to do more of these videos. But do remember, disclaimer here, I am not a vet. I'm not a licensed medical professional. I'm purely a person who's been breeding dogs for the last couple of decades. Any information that you got from this video, use at your own risk. There's nothing implied here, and certainly this should not be used as a substitute for advice from your veterinarian or your medical professional. I hope you enjoyed the video. Come back for more of them. Bye.